Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pretty Please. This is a visual novel about cosmetic surgery, I think. No, this is a visual novel, a story you can play. On the I think we've done. I think we already know this, but we'll see what happens anyway. On the right side of the screen, you will see a quick menu. You can save, roll back to previous dialogue, skip through a bunch of scene dialogue, or click auto reader and sit back while the game plays the dialogue for you. No, I'm supposed to read it. That's kind of my job. That's literally all I have to do in this format. That's why I do it on such boiling hot days. There will be choices that will affect your endings, so don't zone out just yet. Preferences where the settings are, you can also access them with the right click of the mouse button. Middle mouse button hides the dialogue window until you click again. Let's appreciate that great background art. This is a scary image. If you walked into a surgery and there was this sort of an image in there, I'd be nervous. Multiple 3 endings. Can we find them all? Have fun. Okay, so into the story. Hello, and welcome to the Absolute Beauty Clinic, or ABC for short. Hello, Doctor. This is my first time in a beauty clinic. I found you through an ad online, and I'm not sure what to expect. That's no problem at all. I'm glad you decided to visit us today. However, you are wearing a pinstripe shirt, which does make me infinitely suspicious of you. You also have a haircut that I used to have, which makes me even more suspicious of you. We will take very good care of you, and you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Please do have a seat. I know you already gave your information at the reception desk, but I'd like to start from the very beginning with all of my clients. Could you please tell me your name? I am going to be... Stop it. Stop laughing at my terrible jokes. Oh gosh. I really need a better sense of humour. It's a pleasure. Oh, thank you. It's so nice to be accepted with my proper name. And how old are you? My age. It's very impolite to ask a lady her age, but I'm 412. My 412th birthday was actually 2 weeks ago. I see. Well, happy belated birthday. Thank you. Any noteworthy health issues? Diabetes, chronic illnesses, medications we should be aware of? Well, by 402, or 412 rather, I've probably got something wrong with me. I'm as fit as a fiddle. That's excellent. And what are your hobbies? Is knowing this really important? Well, of course it is. In my free time... Okay, quick point. Apologies from me to the developer. I'm not taking the mickey out of your game, I'm just having fun with it, okay? So please forgive me for what I am about to do. Shush. Why, is there something wrong with doing that? No, not at all. Alright, that's all written down now. One last question, if I may. Is the price of different treatments important to you? Not really. I'm sure it's worth it. If somebody asks you this, they are trying to rip you off. But no, of course not. Why would I care? I see. Thank you for your trust. So, tell me about your expectations of the treatments. What are you hoping to change? My splotchy skin, my fat nose, or this and that? Well, to be honest with you, I'd change either of them if I physically could. But we'll be accurate and we'll say there's problems with my skin. Big dark circles around my eyes, yes, that's for being a student, and my forehead is too yellow, my nose is too red, and my lips are a bad colour overall. Here they are. We're not even going there. Every time I go for a job interview, they reject me because I look older than I really am. How do you look older than 412? Or you end up piling on a bunch of makeup to hide it, and they assume I'm all shallow, flozzy. What the earth does that mean? I'm hoping with a better face I can get a job, a spouse, and start my life. Sheesh, this is just like me in real life. Only I don't have the money for plastic surgery. I'll give you the best face you could ever wish for. But it depends on how much you're willing to pay for it. Different treatments have different prices. It's even the price poster in the lobby. That was before you asked for a completely new face. What? I can give you a new face when you can tailor it to your own preferences. This is a beauty clinic full of doctors, but me personally, I'm gifted. For the right price, I can make you thinner, fatter, blonde. Okay, here's the thing. For the right price, I can make you thinner. Take away her kebabs. I can make you fatter. Give her more kebabs. Blonde. Dye her hair. Less hairy. Give her a razor. Tanned. Put her in a tanning coffin. Whatever another thing you call them. These are not incredible things. A fitness trainer can do either of these. A hairdresser can do this. A salon can do this. And a salon can do that. All for very reasonable prices. That's not being gifted. Honestly. It's even possible to cure someone's annoyances you kept putting up with. Okay, maybe I'll shut up. The acne scarring, the ripples of fat under your clothes, the strange mole on your right leg, the crooked tooth that clicks when you talk. How do you know all of that? Anything that might shake your confidence, I can help you with. And for that, I ask you only part what you deem disposable. Let's be honest, everyone thinks money is both disposable and precious. Interesting thought. But I came here knowing very well that I'm going to be missing a chunk of funds. That's why I came here in the first place. So I'm okay with whatever you asked for. And you need a complete makeover? Are you ready for it? Thanks for the boost of confidence. Here's the deal. I will give you some options and you decide on your ideal face. Then we will calculate the price and discuss payment options. Does that sound okay? I suppose. Okay, so about the eyes. Permanently curled lashes or blue eyes. I don't want either of them, but then again I am a bloke, so what did you expect? I mean there is an operation to turn blue eyes from brown eyes, apparently. But I've never heard of brown eyes to blue eyes. Well, let's go all in. Actually, let's save first. There we go. And let's say we want to have blue eyes. Is that even possible? Why, of course. Well, yes, you can just wear coloured contacts, as this person seems to be doing, considering I'm pretty sure orange isn't a real colour. I mean, in terms of eyes, it's obviously a real colour. It's not like Is it really possible? Yes, you're not the first one to ask for that. Now, about your hair. Straight and thick, pastel coloured and wavy, super tight curls and very big. Again, you don't need a plastic surgeon. You could just go with salon, but never mind. Tight curls and very big, pastel and wavy. Well, I'm in the light bright colours, so I suppose we'll go with that one then. Go big or go home. Up to date with the fashion, I see. Wonderful. You mentioned a certain dissatisfaction with the nose. The dry and flaky surface or the discoloration everywhere. Well, I don't really think I need to. The moustache area is always darker even if I remove all the hair. The nose is too red, acne scarring, my forehead is too yellow compared with the rest of my face. And you can probably see the dark circles around my eyes. I use concealer like toothpaste. Doesn't that increase the stress in the skin though? All that cream clogging up the pores. No, it's fine. Well, what can you do about it? Don't you ever just let your skin breathe on off days? You don't understand. Some people aren't allowed to have off days. I see. Moving along. What about the nose? Make it less red and oily or a completely different shape? Well, let's just keep with the reality of the situation here and make it less red, please. I want to have a good morning selfie for once. Simple enough. Anything else you'd like to address? Thinner? Taller? Can you fix my teeth? Well, again, this is the reality of the situation. I didn't see any dental office in the flyer. The dental office is in the back of the building. I visit there occasionally for consulting. I can offer you a discount if you're really interested. Yes, please. Discount probably minus 10%, I'd imagine. When we're all done here, you can talk to the reception for a schedule for your consultation. Now we've got everything down, let's discuss the price with you. Do you take local credit cards? No. Money is for clients who want lazy hair removal and tattooed eyeliner. Money? Oh, is this going to be like the missing parts? And it's going to be like, we'll do all of this, but we want a lung and a kidney, some healthy skin for a graft, and a few brain cells. What you ask requires a personalised payment plan. Certain different possibilities are going through my mind at this moment, and none of them, I should emphasise, none of them are good. I can pay in installments. You can pay with your sense of direction, the ability to see colours, or parting with a precious memory. Okay, so I... What precious memories do I have to lose? Let me think about this for a minute. Sorry, it's difficult to remember pleasant memories, alright? I don't know, the first time I had an Oreo was probably a very nice day, even though I don't remember it, so we'll pretend I have a memory of that. The ability to see colours, you become colourblind, well that is correctable, I believe, in some cases. Or your sense of direction, so you become James May. I suppose we'll go with the memory. You can just take a memory? Yep. But how? How what? What were we talking about just now? Nothing important. You're joking, right? You're trying to teach me a lesson or something. It's not my business to teach you lessons. I'm a doctor, not a teacher. I think this is all of it. Let me just add these up. Well done. Shh, I'd forgotten for a moment. Give me your hands and close your eyes. This will only hurt for a minute. And then your wonderful new life will begin. I'm a little bit more beautiful now, but nothing changed. I still didn't get a job or a partner, and now I don't even feel like myself. I look in the mirror, and I'm just different enough to not recognize myself, but still the same old downer me. I wonder what would have happened if I'd asked for better things. If I could go back, I might make better choices. Ending 1, mildly mortified. Okay, that's... New Game Plus is now available. You rank 12 beauty points. Play again and you might find the other endings. There are options in the preference to skip scene dialogue. It's possible to skip without missing anything new. Skipping automatically stops when you've reached a new conversation. Okay, this is very, very strange. Is this trying to tell you like a message about plastic surgery, like it doesn't actually work? Okay, this is weird. Let me go back here for a moment. What if I say laser vision? That's unusual. I know, right? Unless you can't do it. I can, but it'll cost you. Okay, but is it even possible? Yes, you're not the first person to ask for laser vision. Oh, shit. What if we go for normal straight hair? Easy to handle. Reasonable request and very easy to do. Can I be green? You mean your skin? Yeah! I want to be green. I want to look like a frog. Oh my Gideon. Okay, so I'm gonna be green and have laser vision. What if we said a completely different shape? It'd never fit my face anyway. Aren't you afraid it will hurt? My schedule is open for the next 3 weeks, and there are a lot of painkillers on the market. Sheesh. I see you came prepared. Of course, anything else you'd like to address? I want to always smell like strawberries. I heard about a herb that does this. Instead of sweat, you just smell nice all the time. Oh yeah, we can do that. Give it to me! Maybe then going to a sauna will be a pleasant experience. Oh, right, I think we got everything down. Let's discuss the price with you. Money is required for basic treatment, so please choose the one you'd like to miss. Oh my Gideon. Okay, what if we go with being colourblind this time? Everything is labelled. It's not like you will forget what colours used to look like. It'll just be the duller shade. Could have been worse. Have the ability to not see anything at all. This is freaky. So I'm now going to be green. I'm going to have a different shaped nose. I'm going to have laser vision and whatever the other thing was. Oh yeah, sweat strawberries. Well then, give me your hands and close your eyes. It'll only hurt for a few days. Your overall appearance will be increased by just a small bit. I made some horrible choices. I'm beautiful, but now I have stalkers, an endless line of low-level suitors, lots of haters and job offers in fields I'm not interested in. I want to be a rich businesswoman, not a generic Instagram face. I wish I could go back and redo it again. I'd make better choices, I promise. Significantly sadder. AKA the one where you become Shrek. New Game Plus Plus is available. I ranked 47 beauty points. Do I want lots of beauty points or no beauty points? Oh. Okay. I suppose this is a bit different than I thought it was. Okay, so when it said you get New Game Plus and New Game Plus Plus, I guess that means that when you unlock one ending, that then changes how the game runs when you get a new game. That still sounds dumb. You didn't have a problem with it before now. I thought it was corny the first time I heard it, but I didn't say anything. Showing your true colours, I see. Whatever, please do have a seat. I know you already gave you information at the desk, but I'd like to start at the beginning, you returning ones. What are you calling yourself today? Now I'm calling myself... That's what I'm calling myself today. That's what you're going with today? Yep. Suit yourself. How old are you? I am 9. I'm 9. Or something around there. Something around that. You're not even sure how old you are. Does it really matter? Beauty is ageless. I mean, not really, but never mind. Relax. Any noteworthy health issues we should be aware of? It's not a big deal, but I can't seem to smell very much. I mean, I can still smell things. The other day I forgot the breakfast toast in the toaster oven and didn't even realise that it burned to a crisp until it was lunchtime. Sounds like more of a memory loss problem. Perhaps. But I don't think there's anything else. What are your hobbies? Things you do because you enjoy them. Painting, reading, magazines, watching YouTube videos, you know, hobbies. Some people have more than one, actually. You'd think I'd know what a hobby is by this age. I must be too nervous to function like a normal human being. It's fine. You can choose things you think you would enjoy, even if you don't actually do them. Anything you like. Oh gosh, why does that sound familiar? Well, in my free time, I'm always... constantly, day in and day out, they can't stop me. They've tried, the police have tried, the government's tried, social services have tried, no one can stop me. I'm just a maniac. Is there something wrong with that, you creepy orange-eyed person? One last question, if I may. What if we say this time, oh well, of course it is, just being reasonable. Yes, beauty treatments are known for their steep prices, so it's understandable. And thank you for your honesty. So tell me about your expectations of the treatments. What are you hoping to change? Just a bit of this and that. I'd actually like a consultation. About what? About my face. What do you think I should change that better? You're asking for my opinion as a doctor or as a person? Because the answer will change drastically. Well then, as a professional, what are the treatments you usually get asked for? My particular office, acne treatments and rhinoplasticity, whatever that is. That is, no surgeries. Well, that's good. I was hoping for a better face. I can finally get a job and a spouse and start my life. I understand. We will give you the best face you could ever wish for. But it depends how much you're willing to pay for it. Because the different treatments have prices. I kind of hate you right now. Yet you couldn't stop yourself from coming back, could you? I'll give you some options after you decide your final face. Calculate the price. Does that sound okay? Like I haven't paid enough already. I don't think I've been more than generous, to be honest. Others were not as lucky. Okay, what if you go for permanently curled lashes? Instead of reapplying mascara every day or getting a permanently long, fully curled lashes. You're not the first to ask for that. If you wanted to rock an afro, that shouldn't be too difficult with your current hair texture. That shade, what could that ever mean? You also mentioned a certain dissatisfaction with the nose. What if we go for the dry and flaky surface? Primer and moisturiser, the foundation still looks like a sand dune. So it's been too dry no matter what I use. You try drinking more water perhaps. That's usually the case, but for now let's try to heal the distressed complexion. Moving on, what should we do about the nose? What do we say we leave the nose alone? I think we should wait for the result of more basic treatments before getting something more drastic. You don't want the half-price discount? Or discount on the price list. You get half-price discount on every treatment if you get a nose job. It's a popular request, you see, so we advertise the less significant treatments along with it. No, I'm conflicted. Anything else you'd like to address? Can you make me taller? Yes, it's called platform shoes, but never mind. Now that we've got everything down, discuss the price with you. I don't know what you're going to ask, just take it, all of it. 9% of your liver, some sanity, or your voice. I haven't got much sanity left, but I suppose I'll lose what I've got. Any sanity is too much missing sanity. 9% of your sanity. That seems a significant number. It was random. It's my age, though. Oh, is it? I didn't notice that at all. Or do you want to part with the others? By all means, rock back and choose a different price. Just kidding, I'm not that nice. Going back and changing your choices has been disabled. I think this is all of it. Don't you ever learn? You already spent so much to become someone new. Were you really that dissatisfied with who you were when you started? Yes, I want to be the most beautiful person in the world. At this point, I don't even know where to stop. To be honest, I don't think most people who go in for plastic surgery or cosmetic procedures want to be the most beautiful person in the world. Most of us just want to be normal. Fine. If I take away everything I've ever given you and give you back what was yours, would you stop this endless cycle of agony? Yes. This will permanently erase any progress you've made. Yes, restart the game or no, give me another chance. Sheesh. What if I say no? We've already spent so much to become something new. We're just back here again. What if we say yes this time? Then we can do this forever. I'm a genie with too much time on my hands. You don't even realize how insignificant your struggles are to me. Stop yapping and make me gorgeous. Once, just once, I want somebody to walk out and never come back. You're getting a lot in return, you know. Cash and body parts and human emotions and memories and the sense of smell and my sense of direction. And all the rest of it. My sanity. Do you ever wonder what I do with all the things you give me? I give them out to another client who wants them. That is my gift. Because you always want what someone else has. And it just so happens that they want what you have. The money simply trickles somewhere in between. Where is your personality now? With you. You've wasted so much of your time and essence to be more beautiful. And yet there's still something out there. And yet there's still someone out there who would disagree. Like who? I'm sure there's somebody. This is coming from a plastic surgeon. The problems in your life are still there, if not more. You are still the same person every time you set foot in my office. You change your name every time, but I know it's you. There is a reason why there are limits on how beautiful a person can be. Beauty, no matter how striking, is still in the eyes of the beholder. I don't even know what that means. It means you are considered adequately beautiful as long as somebody thinks you are. Anybody. Even yourself. I don't think that's true. We wouldn't have skin treatments and flat irons if it was. Some say beauty is a blooming rose. Others would only appreciate it when it's in their hands. You forget that there are still those who gaze at it lovingly even when it's dried and pressed into a bookmark. What? My giddy aunt, it's just like being back on Reddit. Pretty much having this discussion last night, actually, but never mind. Nobody can bloom forever. Not even you. Even the rose itself. All you can do is appreciate it however it's presented to you. As you've witnessed firsthand, having confidence and beauty is important and healthy. But without limits, aiming for ultimate beauty leads to destruction. Because there is no such thing as ultimate beauty. It doesn't exist. Sorry, I was just remembering somebody I used to know who kind of disproves this entire point, but never mind. It's a man-made illusion. Just as I have tricked you, shamed you, and warped you into accepting treatments you didn't really want, there are thousands of others selling snake oil to anyone who could afford it, and it never ends. If we press you enough, you will eventually come to accept that you are never good enough until you have passed some vague criteria. Every time you pass the criteria, we change it so you'll visit us again. To reach a point where nothing more can be done. When you're satisfied with your hair, we will point out your height. If you want thicker eyebrows, we will take it out of fashion. Soon you will come to me to change your vocal cords. Maybe even decrease the size of your elbow. I only wanted to be loved, appreciated and admired. I wanted to find a place where I belonged, and I would give up anything for that. I don't doubt that for a second. I keep repeating, but you won't listen. You're not the first one to ask for these things. I only started this business after using my gifts on my own wife. She spent so much of her time being in pain, hoping to be more beautiful. After every treatment I would tell her that she didn't need to do any of it. But she had been beautiful from the day we met. At the time, she said it was all for me. And now? Now if I saw her on the streets, I wouldn't even recognize her. Nor would she recognize me. Because eventually she decided her love and time were wasted on me. That she could do better. And exchanged those tender sentiments for longer legs. So, do you want to go back? An ending or two ago, you were missing a few things, but still yourself. You can still make it. It's already gone. I can give it back. I'd like to give it back. I might do that. Promise me you'll be kind to yourself today. And be kind to others while they try to find themselves too. Even if they're trying to find it in a beauty clinic. Beauty might be a human construct. I mean, not really. This is something that most people don't seem to understand. It's very clinical to say this, but it's all really based around what is... I mean, defining the word attractive. What is attractive? It's not what it is, it's what it's for. And from a purely scientific perspective, without wanting to be too basic, it's about breeding. The most basic human desire... Human beings have two very basic desires, survival and reproduction. So we're attracted to things that help us survive, like food and shelter, and we're attracted to things that help us reproduce, i.e. mates that will allow us to pass on our genetics effectively. So the reason that we are attracted to big round eyes and an hourglass figure, or big muscles, or broad shoulders, or a symmetrical face, or whatever it is, we're attracted to those things because they represent good genetics and good opportunities for reproduction, for successful passing on of the genes and for passing on good genes. That's why we're attracted to those things, and that's where beauty has always stemmed from. So as much as it is a human construct, in a way, because you could say things like, oh, having big lashes doesn't actually represent anything to do with reproduction. You could say that maybe that much is a human construct. But at the same time, in a way, it can always be brought back to that basic desire to reproduce. Even people who don't want kids, but still want to be beautiful, we still have that desire to fulfill that need within ourselves, to satisfy that basic instinct within ourselves. And that's where all of this comes from. So in a way, it is a human construct, but it's more like a human extension. It's like nature built the house, but we built the conservatory. If that makes any sense, which it probably doesn't, but... So if you're doing it, do it for yourself. Only your opinion matters. Ending 3, true truce. You ended up with 45 points, but what are they good for? And you finished the game. Congratulations. Wow. Well, I'll just put the credits up so that we can see them. There we go. Well, that was very interesting. When I originally downloaded this game, much like with Missing Parts, I suppose in a way I'm sort of guilty of sort of judging it by its cover. I mean, I predicted the whole, you'd come into a beauty salon and you'd ask for treatments, and they'd get worse and worse over time. You'd want more and more of them. You'd end up paying higher and higher prices, and in the end you'd never really be satisfied, because so often that's always the case whenever there's a movie or part of a book or anything about pursuing beauty. This is always the message that people try to go across with. They never go across with the message of, and he didn't really like his face, so he went to the shop and he got his face chopped off and a new one put on, and then he lived happily ever after. That's never the story that they tell you with these kinds of things. So as much as I predicted that, I didn't predict where this was going to go, because this went a lot further and a lot deeper than I expected. It took a very different turn, obviously, with the strange payment methods, and the interesting mechanic of replaying the game, which I now realise I made a mistake with. I shouldn't have loaded back to get the second ending. I should have done a new game each time in order to see, because we saw the new game and the new game plus, we didn't see the new game plus though, so we have actually missed out a bit of it. Unfortunately I don't really have time to go back and see the whole thing, and this has been a very interesting experience either way. But particularly for me, to address the quite literal elephant in the room, obviously I have my own problems with my visuals, with my physical appearance. So obviously, I mean, I wouldn't say that contributed to me playing this game, but it certainly contributed to my thought process throughout this game, because I mean, my condition is incurable. There are some treatments for it, none of which are particularly effective in my case. Obviously the most effective treatment is merely to conceal it, but this has been very interesting to see a sort of a slightly different side of it, because as they were saying, I mean, yes, obviously end of the game, if you're not interested in me blabbering on about stuff that doesn't really matter, feel free to tune out. Let me just think about this for a second. Let me just get my thoughts straight and cool down a tiny bit, because it's boiling hot. I mean, the message of this game, obviously, was trying to say that no matter what you think you look like, there's somebody out there who will consider you beautiful, and if you consider yourself to be beautiful, that's all that really matters. Which is very often the message that you get online. Certainly if you ever complain about your appearance, that seems to be the way that people respond, which fair play to them is they are trying to help. Obviously they are trying to put a sort of a positive spin on it, as it were. They are trying to make you feel better about something that you can't fix, which is fine. You know, that is what you would expect decent people to do. But at the same time, that is rarely enough to convince people who are truly dissatisfied. It's like the whole, you can't cure depression by telling people to cheer up. You can't cure self-esteem issues and problems with people's appearance by saying, if you like yourself, everything will be fine. It doesn't really work that way. Yes, it's not usually enough. It's rarely enough to convince people. I think possibly what this game was trying to do, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm interpreting it a little bit more than it needs to be, maybe I'm reading into it a little bit more, but maybe that's what this game was trying to do. It was trying to give that message across a little bit more, to try and maybe illustrate a little bit. Or possibly it was somebody who was trying to describe their own struggle with self-esteem issues. I don't know. I'm not going to try and interpret or understand what the writer was trying to do with this game, the writers were trying to do with this game. I'm simply going to say that it was a very interesting experience. It was very helpful to me to sort of remind myself that this is a pretty universal issue. It's extremely rare to find somebody who is entirely satisfied with their appearance. Obviously you have the people who don't really mind what they look like, and some would say they are the blessed members of society. And then obviously you have the other people who are very dissatisfied with their appearance, the people who are a bit dissatisfied with their appearance, and the people who are only a tiny bit or not at all dissatisfied with their appearance. But almost everybody, certainly at some point in their life, will wish that some part of them was different for social acceptance or meeting social goals or whatever it is. Whether that's your skin, your nose, your weight, your appearance, your hair, whatever it is, whatever your problems are, somebody... I don't know, I'm tying myself up in knots trying to think about this and trying to talk about this. So I won't bother trying to say anything grand or anything incredible or amazing or anything like that. Or try to find any deeper meaning, or try to find any social lessons or philosophical thoughts in this. I'll simply say that it was a very interesting experience. It was a very very interesting experience. It was a very well-made game. The writing was good. Technically, it was very well programmed. The drawing was good. I very much enjoyed it. Very interesting. Very much more so than it appeared to be at first glance, which is always nice in a game. It's always nice when it can surprise you and show that there's more there than what actually appeared to be there on the surface, which is nice. So all the praise and all the love in the world to these developers. They've done a really good job. They've made a really fantastic visual novel here that I really enjoyed playing. I really enjoyed reading. I hope you've enjoyed it too. Look after each other and good night.